Joined tonight by seniors Matt Medeiros, Nick Jobin, and James Philbrook. Following what could only be described as unbelievable, a win in the GNAC semifinal. You guys are going to the GNAC championship on Saturday, going to Albertus Magnus. What an incredible finish. Let's just talk through it. Maddie, I'm gonna let you kind of tell us what happened rather than having me talk through this. Go ahead, tell us about the final seconds.
It was like a dream. It all just went so fast. So what pretty much happened was I hit a three, but I think we were down 2. Called timeout. We got a quick steal. We got a layup. Then they ended up calling a foul, so they went up 2. And then we had this inbounds play where Rome was just gonna go, and if they helped, he was gonna kick it to me and Stevie for a 3. Or if they didn't help, he was just going to try to get fouled. And what happened? He got fouled. Mm-hmm. And I went to the free throw line. He made the first one. Missed the second. James, incredible rebound. Tips it to Stevie. Stevie passed to me. I shot it, got fouled. And then, I just try to tell myself, it's kind of, I had room for error. I had 3 free throws, and we were only down 1. So I know I only had to make at least 1. But in the back of my mind, I was like, how many times I've been here in the gym shooting free throws. It's my senior year. It's our senior year. I wanted to win it for us. Yeah. It's surreal. Unbelievable.
I think we should get Will in here.
Yeah.
He's a senior too, man. Come on, get in here, man.
At least get him on camera.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Look at the hair.
Whole stop.
Just
get in.
Squeeze right in, man. Of course, Will has a different take on all this because Rick Simon's going to get on camera.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Stabs, thank you.
You can get on camera anytime you want.
Love you too.
So, Will, this is your senior year, obviously, just like the rest of these guys. You feel like you're a part of it because, of course, you are. You're a member of the coaching staff, essentially a student assistant. Talk about your vantage point from what happened tonight and what you're feeling right now.
I'm excited for these guys. We lost to Johnson and Wales our freshman year. We lost in the semifinals 2 years in a row, so this was a hump I think they deserve to get over. My vantage point's a little different. I wanted to make sure the bench didn't get technical late in the game, so that was my main concern. But we did everything Coach asked to do, and it's really a testament to how hard these guys work and how they listen late in the game in the huddles.
Awesome. Tell us about the hair.
It's great.
It's just hair.
Great hair.
Is it a Pat Riley thing?
It's a little bit. I like to slick it back like Slick Rick Pitino, Pat Riley.
All right. If you want to go, you can.
Okay.
I just wanted to get you in there. Thanks, Will.
Greatest manager. Assistant manager.
Yeah, Will's everything.
There's a lot behind those.
Absolutely. I see it. I see it in the office with all your student assistants. It's kind of a neat thing that you guys have going. So let's talk about the pace of the game. What an incredible, back and forth, and they would take the lead. What an athletic team Johnson and Wales is, and also physical. Yeah. Maybe the two guys on the post can talk about that right now because they don't back down on the post.
No, they have a couple too. You want to go? I'll let James go.
Well, all right. Yeah, when we played them down there, we played a little soft, and so one of the points we wanted to do was come out and be a lot more physical than they were to start, to come out the gate. And we did that, and it was just battling back and forth the whole game right to the wire. Go ahead.
James said it all. And plus, I think we did a good job of putting some pressure on them. Both, I think, 23 and 24 got in some foul trouble, and I think that helped us a little bit. But
right,
we were the ones that hit first.
No, definitely. And Maddie, you could talk about it too. You're going through the paint on picks and things like that, and you are just I'm watching you, and you're just getting beat up all game long and all season long. Yeah. You're kind of a marked man. Just kind of talk about that.
To me, I know they respect me enough to, play like that. You want to knock someone off their game, so it's not dirty or anything. It works for our advantage because when I was setting screens on his guy, my guy stays attached to me. We get a layup.
Right.
So, it might be frustrating for me because if I don't get on a roll, it's tough to make shots when someone's like breathing on you the whole game. But if I can help my teammates get easy buckets, I'm fine with that. So that's why Joe can get a lot of easy buckets tonight. Except that solid screen.
Right.
But, they're a tough team. They hit threes. then you got to worry about the three, and then they're athletic, so they go by you. So it's tough, and we stuck it out, and adversity hit, and somehow we came through. Right? It's how it goes. How basketball goes, man. Crazy stuff happens.
Well, you talk about the three, and they are a good three-point shooting team, and they were much better in the first half than they were in the second. They only shot 20% in the second half. Was that something that you guys talked about at halftime and tried to adjust?
Well, in the first half, what we were doing is we weren't playing in our gaps. We were more playing on own man. So when a guy would drive, we'd have to help, and then we'd be late on closeouts because they weren't really getting much off of like action type things. It was more dribble drive and kicks. So I think in the second half we buckled down and we changed our position and it made it easier.
Yeah, we were going to live with contested jump shots with a team like that.
Right.
They're going to hit contested jump shots. I mean, there's not much you can do with an athletic team like that.
No, right. No, that makes a lot of sense. And they had so many different guys that would shoot three-pointers. It was tough to pick out which couple you can shut down. 4 guys in double digits for the Monks tonight, led by Maddie with 24, 5 for 8 from downtown. Single season record holder now in 3-point field goals made with 101 in your career. Previous record was 97. That record stood for like 21 years. Stephen Chase, who you won't catch his career number unless we go to the Elite 8 or something like that. Here's hoping. But he made like 311 in his career. You're ways away from that. But
it's a lot of threes.
What does that record mean to you? I mean, that's kind of that's one that stood for so long.
I take credit for it, and I give my team credit for it. Because you do have to put in the work to become a good shooter, and I want to say that I have. And then 2, I mean, these 2 set screens. I mean, if they could get an assist for it, they should, because I don't even know how many of my threes, at least coming off a screen with him, his guy, doesn't help, I get a 3, or, I mean, James has set so many screens in his career for me, and, I owe it all to them, It's great.
Well, James, as we've talked about before, kind of the quiet contributor, but a glue guy, like Matty likes to say.
We won the game because of his rebound, so.
Just the right place at the right time because you know where to be. Talk about how you feel about this going back to the championship.
It feels good, after losing to them freshman year, like we already said, and then losing in the semis back-to-back years. All year long we've had one goal, CTA, and we're at that step right now, and we want to take care of business.
Right.
But it's a great feeling right now to be where we're at.
You guys have had such a tremendous year. Now, just looking back, there was a point in the season where people maybe didn't know what this team was all about. You're under 500 for quite a while. Then you rattled off 9 consecutive victories, and then it was like, wow, this is what we thought this team was going to be. Thinking back in maybe December where we were at to now, could you have envisioned this coming, and what has gone on during those months to get to this point?
I mean, we started off rough, and I remember having a conversation with James and Nick. We were just like, I can't believe we've never been 1-4.
Yeah.
But I knew that, down the stretch, we're 3 seniors. We've been here before. When it comes down to, when we got into GNAC play, we started playing better, and we just want to play our best basketball now.
And that seems to be the case.
Who cares 1-4 now?
Right.
It's all matters when the playoffs hit. You want to be playing your best basketball.
Do you think that may have been a case of overcoming a little bit of adversity early in the year and then growing from it?
Working out the kinks. We had a couple guys whose roles, Stevie, Blage, those guys have done a lot more this year. So, we ironed things out, and now we're just playing our basketball. You know what I mean?
And they're close games too, so it wasn't like we were getting blown out. So we knew.
Right. All were under like 5 points or something like that. It was very, very close. So guys, now it's Albertus Magnus, and it's always Albertus Magnus. It seems like it's now you're headed down there to play them in the championship game.
They beat LaSalle.
They beat LaSalle pretty handily, from what I understand. You guys beat them here. They're gonna be gunning for you, of course. They know, they remember that loss, that's for sure, and it wasn't a close game. Talk about what tomorrow's going to look like for you guys in practice. What do you think you're going to be doing? More of a shoot-around type thing, or what you expect to see from Coach, film, or whatnot? And then Saturday, talk about a little bit about the environment down there at Albertus Magnus.
The environment. I love it. They have one of the greatest, other than our fans tonight, that was awesome, but they have a great environment. It's not that big of a gym, like seating-wise, so, they're rowdy. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
I like quiet. I think I like quieting crowds more than, loud. I don't know, that's just me, I like the sounds. But like I told someone the other day, I don't you know, because Emmanuel girls, they lost or whatever.
Yeah.
I told someone, you know what, I want to beat the best. I want to beat
Yeah.
Alberta's that Alberta's, you know.
Right.
Oh, I want to play them.
Right.
I wouldn't want to play anybody else.
Yeah.
And,
That
you know,
makes
they're the
sense.
top dog. They're the number 1 seed. They're ranked 14th nationally.
Yeah.
You know, how better than your senior year playing them. And,
Right.
You know, that's the way I want to go.
1 versus 2. And of course, the women are in a championship as well. And it's going to be here versus Norwich, 2 versus 8. Oddly enough, Norwich
Wow.
made an incredible run. They're
awesome.
riding high. So who knows what's going to happen on Saturday here? But both teams playing in the conference championship. What does that say for our basketball program here at St. Joseph's College?
I think if you guys want to say something after me, I just think it's leadership. If you have great seniors, the girls have great seniors, we have great seniors. I just think that's a credit. You know, if you have a young team, it's hard, especially when adversity hits. But you know, we've all been through the same stuff, so we know we can give guys advice. But I think that's just credited to our seniors, and we have good basketball teams.
Yeah, great tradition, great programs, and the alumni are always coming back and helping out, and it's just history, great history.
I mean, yeah, you look at, Coach McDevitt, Coach Nicola, both players here,
Yeah.
both played for arguably some of the best teams that have ever come through here. And, I think it just, trickles down.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Well, guys, this is certainly one that's well deserved and quite the finish. I don't know that we'll ever see another one like it. I don't know if I hope that we do. But guys, best of luck on Saturday. We're going to be watching intently as we're playing our women's game here. But good luck down there.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.